Hello YouTube, this is Morgan Airspeed Prime here at my next trading card game opening video. This one is going to be for this Magic the Gathering Journey into Nyx Fat Pack. So yeah, I did one of these for my Born of the Gods Fat Pack. I didn't get the Theros one on video, but just so you know, I do actually have one. So now I have one for each. Obviously I'm fairly new to Magic the Gathering, and for sure I definitely wanted to get some of the third set of Theros block. So yeah, let's get into actually opening this. I've talked in my last video when I covered a Fat Pack, and also in the Magic the Gathering Airspeed Plays video, about how much I like this as like a product in general, and I wish that more companies would do them. I think Yu-Gi-Oh's actually gotten into them. They've started doing basically Fat Packs. So that's cool that more kind of card games are starting to do them. Do wish more of the Bushiroad style kind of card games would do something like this, because they're very kind of limited in just the products that they have, and they're just it's either starter deck, booster box, or trial deck. That's all they have. I would really appreciate something like this where you get like 9 packs and some other stuff. But anyway, yeah, here we go. Journey into Nyx Fat Pack. It's quite big for now, but let's get it on. So here's the player's guide for Journey into Nyx. Put that aside for now and come back to it. Here is some cardboard. Get that out of the way. And then on the inside of this kind of sleeve is obviously the third poster for Journey into Nyx. So I'm going to carefully try and open this. Going a lot more easily than the Born of the Gods one went. So let me try and get this on camera. So yeah, it's obviously Xenagos versus Elspeth and Ajani, two of the Planeswalkers. So that's kind of the main story over the course of Theros in terms of lore, in that Xenagos goes from being a Planeswalker to being a god in Theros, and then Elspeth fights him and with the help of Ajani defeats him apparently. But yeah, I'm definitely going to put this up. I'll probably at the end of the video show this poster next to the other two on my walls. But for now, let's get back into the actual Fat Pack itself. Put that poster aside. And yes, we have the Fat Pack. Obviously, there's some cardboard inside that makes it a bit bigger than usual. Just take that out. And a little bit surprised. I actually kind of wonder a little bit why they used the cardboard. Obviously, the player's guide's a little bit big, and they have to get the poster has to be a certain size. But definitely they could cut down definitely by not using as much cardboard. But here we go. Here are our 2 deck boxes. This one has a Ajani on it, and then this one, I believe, is Kiora, but it's like an evil version of Kiora. It definitely doesn't look that much like the card. I actually got Kiora in a Born of the Gods pack, so pretty familiar with how the card looks, but probably a new piece of art for her, or else I'm completely missing out who this is. But either way, they're cool that you get some deck boxes. Not incredibly useful. That's one thing I've definitely noticed now that they have multiple Fat Packs, is that you start getting a lot of repeats. Like I don't have enough Magic cards to actually make, like, say 6 decks. I have 6 deck boxes now. I would really appreciate it if they kind of changed it up, like, especially since they do them like one for each of the 3 sets in a block, that the first one would have like these deck boxes, and the second one would have like card sleeves or something like that, and then the last one has just something else, like even like you get rid of like a spin down counter, and then you put like a mat or something like that, playing mat in or something like that. That would be really cool, just to make it so that they're not all very similar. But yeah, 2 deck boxes, and then here's our cards and spin down life counter. So here's the one for Journey into Nyx. It's a combination of the 2 symbols from the other 2 sets. The kind of U shape with the kind of spikes on the ends is the Born of the Gods, and then this Theros symbol is just the same shape, just without the spikes on the sides, and that's pretty cool. What do we have in here as well? We also have 5 packs, plus the how to play guide. I really don't think this is a very good how to play guide. This game is so much more complicated than it makes out here, and this doesn't really explain to you how to do a lot of things in this game. So I think they really need to improve this, you know, the kind of paper that you get for how to play the game. Every time I go to play Magic the Gathering, obviously I'm not a experienced player by any stretch of the imagination. I have to look online for rules and stuff like that, just because the actual written instructions aren't clear at all how to play the game. Block of land, again, I really do wish they would make it not just so you have Theros lands in every single set. Like, this is the most probably collector orientated piece of product that they've released, because you get the player's guide, which I'll go through in a moment. So there's a reason for players to buy this, and then they also bring in this beginners kind of type thing, and so you just end up with so much land that you just can't make enough decks to use it with. So it, again, comes back to the idea, I do wish they would change it over the course of time, especially for these kind of 3 set blocks, that there's something different in each one. Or at the very least, make new art for the lands or something like that. It seems a little bit lazy that they just do Theros land for all 3 of these sets. But anyway, yeah, you get, I think it's 80 land or something like that you get. There's nothing different about it compared to the Born of the Gods set or anything like that. But we also get the other 4 packs here, so for a total of 9 packs overall. And of course this is a pretty nice storage box for the game. And yeah, that's what you get. Just a quick rundown: you get your 2 deck boxes, your spin down life counter, 9 packs, player's guide, and a block of, I think, 80 land. So, what, 16 of each type, 4 of each art. So yeah, going through the player's guide, which I actually really like. This is one of the main reasons I actually really like to get the fat packs. They just explain early in the first page or 2 what the kind of key mechanics of this set is. So obviously Strive comes into play, a lot more just normal enchantment creatures that don't have bestow. Monstrous comes back for this set after being missing for Born of the Gods, and Devotion remains a thing, and I think there's also Constellation. But yeah, and then you get some more of the lore over the course of this page, where you get the story of Theros, which I really wish they would go into more depth with, and actually not just have this kind of player's guide that happens to have some lore in it, but really give you the story. I do think there are ebooks out there, and I probably will read them at some stage, but it tells a pretty interesting story. I'm going to read it at some stage, but I think most people get the story based on some of the cards in this set. I think Elspeth gets the sword Godsend and kills Xenagos or something like that. And then you go into more depth about the different gods and stuff like that. Athreos, Keranos, Erika, Eroas, and Kruthic. So a few more gods to basically complete the list of 2-color gods. Our Planeswalker for the set is Ajani, Mentor of Heroes, who I think is white-green. Pretty cool card. Definitely hope I get it. And then, actually really like this as just a kind of thing to come back to after you've opened your packs and see how many of the top 10 cards did you get. Top 10 cards are Nessian Game Warden, number 10. Number 9, Silence the Believers. 8, Sage of Hours. 7, Underworld Coinsmith. 6 is Mana Confluence. 5 is Eidolon of Blossoms. 4 is Godsend. 3 is Prophetic Flame Speaker. Wow, that's hard to say. 2 is Keranos, God of Storms, and 1 is Ajani, Mentor of Heroes. So, as usual, they loaded up with mythic rares. 5 of them are mythic rares. 3 are normal rares, and 2 are uncommon. So, no commons in the top cards, some product stuff, and then the really cool thing is obviously the card encyclopedia that you have right here. And they're all the cards are not like, the images are not so small that you can't read the text, but it's just really nice kind of, and then a checklist at the back. So I really like kind of collecting these. Goes really nicely with the other ones. So here's the Theros Player's Guide, there's the Born of the Gods Player's Guide, and then finally Journey into Nyx. And I assume there's some form of a binder that's like specifically sized for these that you can get, but either way, pretty cool. And before I get into the packs, I've already delayed this by a massive amount. Let's just put these boxes in order here. That's what the fat packs look like, all kind of lined up together. Elspeth on this one, Xenagos on the Born of the Gods one, and finally Xenagos and Elspeth on the Journey into Nyx set. So let's get into these packs at last. Let's just organize them into the different pack types. So, let's see, we got 2 Ajani packs, 3 Farika packs, and 4 of this thing. Is this, which god is this? Is this Keranos? I'm actually going to look at the player's guide to see is that one of the gods or not. Because I really just don't recognize what that is in the front. I don't think it's Keranos, it's not Farika, it's not Erois. It might be Krufix, but I'm not sure. I don't know, it's probably just a random card in the set. But yeah, we'll start off with this unknown pack type here. But yeah, I don't know a massive amount about the set, but hopefully I'll get some mythic rares. Obviously, my score so far on Theros block is, I think out of 15 packs of Theros, no mythic rares. Out of 11 packs of Born of the Gods, 3 mythic rares. So this one's either going to be good or terrible. So Ajani's Presence, Nature's Panoply, Grim Guardian, Aerial Formation, Satyr Hoplite, Renowned Weaver, Blade Tusk Boar, Cruel Feeding, Moral Obstinacy, Sigiled Starfish. Our first uncommon is Riddle of Lightning, which is these are definitely like interesting cards in Theros block. They're just the red kind of instant, sorcery stuff like that that does damage, and this one's pretty interesting. Scry 3 and choose target creature or player, and it deals the converted mana cost of damage through it. So Leonin Iconoclast, which is interesting. Other uncommon is Riptide Chimera. Interesting. 3/4 flying for 2 and a blue. Seems pretty good. And our rare, first rare here is Launch the Fleet. Strive card. Launch the Fleet costs 1 more to cast for each target beyond the first. That's what the whole Strive mechanic is about. Basically multiple use sorceries. Until the end of turn, any number of target creatures gain whenever this creature attacks, put a 1/1 white soldier creature token onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. So that could be really interesting. It's kind of really cheap, it's just 1 mana and then 1 more for every time in addition to that you want to use it. Seems to work well. We got a swamp and then a Minotaur token, so always nice to get those tokens rather than just a weird kind of tip card. Next pack of this unknown thing. It'd be funny if I actually got that card and suddenly realized what it is. So, second pack. Aerial Formation, Satyr Hoplite, Lagana Band Trailblazer, Oakheart Dryads, Font of Return, Font of Fortune, so 2 fonts in this pack, War Wing Siren, Ravenous Lucrocota, Flamespeaker's Will, Aspect of Gorgon. First uncommon is Tormented Thoughts, second one is Chariot of Victory. Okay, so what's this? 3 mana for an artifact equipment. Equipped creature has first strike, trample, and haste, and it costs 1 to equip, so that seems pretty cool. Banishing Light is our last uncommon. Ooh, mythic rare Athreos, God of Passage, and this is the white-black god. Costs 3 for a 5/4 legendary enchantment creature. It's a god, and whenever another creature you own dies, return it to your hand unless target opponent pays 3 life. So that seems really interesting, like effect. I don't want to say straight away that it's just like really good or like really bad or anything like that. That's just an interesting effect to see like how that would actually work when it's actually played. Uh, if you have the right deck for it that like really uses the graveyard and stuff like that, it could work pretty well. Just and I can't really remember over the course of this set how many, like, is there any way to like actively kind of maybe generate a lot of tokens, kill your own creatures, and force your kind of opponent into making these sort of decisions. Swamp and random tip card about percentages of cards to get in decks. So let's put him to the front to make it clear about how many mythics we get. Third pack. I better speed this up or this video will go on forever. Okay, Returned Reveler, Countermand, Pensive Minotaur, Armament of Nyx, Font of Fertility, Warwing Siren, Satyr Grove Dancer, Flurry of Horns, Dreadbringer Lampads, Stonewise Fortifier, Mogus's Warhound is our first uncommon. It's a bestow for it's a 1 red enchantment creature for a 2/2 and attacks each turn if able, and then it's 2 and a red to bestow it, and it has the same effects. Seems okay, pretty good. Second one is Forgeborn Oreads, it's a constellation. Again, seems pretty nice. Last one is an artifact. What does this do? 6 and tap for tap target creature. It doesn't untap during its controller's untap step for as long as Deserter's Quarters remains tapped. Basically, it's just an artifact to lock down a opponent's creature. Wow, another god. Keranos, God of Storms. This is an amazing fat pack already. This was actually kind of one of the cards I did want. So this is the blue-red god, obviously Keranos. And it's 3 blue-red for 6/5 legendary enchantment creature. It has the whole thing about these dual-colored gods, where if it's less than 7, it's not isn't a creature. Reveal the first card you draw on each of your turns. Whenever you reveal a land card this way, draw a card. Whenever you reveal a non-land card this way, Keranos deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So that seems really good in terms of like a card that you don't care if it eventually becomes the creature, which is obviously one of the big pluses of these gods. That's just good on its own as just an enchantment, pretty much. Thing doing something on the field. But wow, island and then random card with the rarities. So 2 mythics already. These random unknown packs seem to be doing good for me. Okay, Hubris, Pensive Minotaur, a Crone Mastiff. Interesting effect, just white and tap to tap target creature. That seems pretty good in this set, which is so enchantment focused. Nature's Panoply, Nyx Infusion, Renowned Weaver, Blade Tusk Boar, Cruel Feeding, Mortal Obstinacy, Sigiled Starfish. Reprisal is our first uncommon. A destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. It can't be regenerated. That seems really good. Tormented Thoughts, Solidarity of Heroes, nice art with Ajani and Elspeth, seems really good. And normal rare, the mythic train has ended. Dictate of Krufix, 1 blue for an enchantment. Flash at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. Pretty cool. Forest and a Snake token, which is a mix between black and green. Death Touch Snake token, so that's interesting. Can't remember what card that's specifically for. But yeah, it's probably a Hydra of some sort. Next pack is, okay, Countermand, Lightning Diadem, Eagle of the Watch, Market Festival, Grim Guardian, Stonewise Fortifier, Rise of Eagles, Fair's Band, Thunderhoof, Blight Tusk 4, Reprisal again, Fleet Feather Cockatrice. That's actually a pretty cool card. I do know a little bit about that. Underworld Coinsmith. There's one of our top 10 cards, and I believe this works very well with Athreos. Like this and that is like win game type cards. Spawn of Thraxus is our rare. I believe this is the hollow card you get in the red deck for Journey into Nyx. I actually quite like a lot of those cards, so I'm pretty happy to get that. Ooh, Hollow launched the fleet, so that's pretty cool. I got that in rare in the first pack, I believe, and now I have a hollow one, so that's pretty cool. I think it's my first hollow rare. Plains and then a Minotaur creature token, so that's pretty cool. So already that was very successful. So still 4 packs to go going into these Pharika packs. I think that last pack was one as well. So 2 Mythics and a Hollow already in these packs. Armament of Nyx, Humbler of Mortals, Nyx Infusion, Harvest Guard Alcides, Returned Reveler, Crufix's Inside, Font of Ire, Aspect of Gorgon, Mortal Obstinacy, Pinned to the Earth, Spiteful Blows, the first uncommon, Hour of Need, Brain Maggot, pretty disgusting, Third God in this pack. That is amazing. And it's another new one. So Crufix, God of Horizons. This is the green-blue god. And it's 3 green-blue for a 4/7 legendary enchantment creature. You have no maximum hand size. If unused mana would empty from your mana pool, that mana becomes colorless instead. I know very little about this game in terms of like what makes a good card, but that doesn't seem that amazing to me at all. But I'm sure there's some amazing use for it somewhere. Island and then Minotaur token again. But wow, things are going well for me in this pack. If I get a 4th god, I'm kind of saying it right now, best fat pack ever, maybe. But let's see where we go from here. Eagle of the Watch, Font of Fertility, Pharika's Chosen, Font of Fortunes, Sigiled Skink, very interesting art, Ajani's Presence, Gluttonous Cyclops, again, very interesting art, a Cyclops just eating a lot of sheep, Blood Crazed Hoplite, art again, Oppressive Rays, Quarry Colossus is our first uncommon, Dakra Mystic is the second one, Knowledge and Power is that one, and then we get Decide, and, no, Deicide, I mean, not Decide, and this is the kind of, like, spoiler card of the set in terms of, like, oh, so that's what how the lore ends, that's Elspeth using Godsend to kill Xenagos, pretty cool effect as well. Another hollow, uncommon this time, Crystalline Nautilus, which I think is a pretty cool card. This is a bestow, and I think it's one of those bestows that you like equip onto your opponent's monster and it gives you some good effect as well, so that's pretty cool. Last 2 packs are the 2 Ajani packs, which, given that he's like one of the better cards on the front of these packs, probably will mean that there's nothing good in there, after the unknown packs gave me so many mythics. Okay, Crufix's Insight, Pharika's Chosen, Countermand, Lightning Diadem, Eagle of the Watch, Ravenous Lucrocata, really need to know how to pronounce that, Font of Ire, Aspect of Gorgon, Mortal Obstinacy, Pinned to the Earth, Sightless Brawler is the first uncommon, another bestow one, Ritual of the Returned, final uncommon is Forge-born Oreads, and Revel of the Fallen God. This is a pretty crazy card because obviously this is set after the death of Xenagos, and just kind of a lot of lore to it, I suppose. Revel of Fallen God. 3 red, red, green, green. So 7 mana for this sorcery. Put 4 2/2 red and green satyr creature tokens with haste onto the battlefield. Pretty cool effects. Don't know how good it is, but seems okay. Islands and tip card. Final pack. Okay. Rotted Hulk, God Hunter Octopus, Rouse the Mob, Font of Vigor, Oakheart Dryads, Rise of Eagles, Ferrisband Thunderhoof, Blighttusk Boar, Deadbringer Lampads, Supply Line Cranes, this is meant to be a pretty good card, Rollick of Abandon is our first uncommon. All creatures get +2/-2 until end of turn. That seems pretty interesting. I don't know how good that is. Seems a little bit overcosted for a positive but also a downside. Sky Spear Cavalry, that seems pretty cool. Flying double strike, 2/2 for 5. Maybe a little bit expensive, but double strike is a good ability. Knowledge and Power, I already got that one. And finally, Hero's Bane. Interesting card. This is not the green kind of the green hollow that comes with the green deck. This is a different Hydra. 3 green green for 0/0, so obviously has a good effect. Hero's Bane enters the battlefield with 4 +1/+1 counters on it, and then you can also pay 2 green green to put X +1/+1 counters on Hero's Bane, where X is its power. So the idea here is that you go you pay 5 for a 4/4, and then if you pay 4, you go up to being an 8/8, and then if you pay for it again the next turn, you go to being a 12/12. So this seems pretty amazing. I actually really like that card. I'm a big fan of green, so Swamp and a Satyr token. So this goes with Revel of the Fallen God. So yeah, that's our packs. So that was pretty good. 3 mythics. We got 3 gods as well, so that's pretty interesting. So we got Athreos, Keranos, and Crufix. The only way I think this probably could have been better is if I got Eroas instead of Crufix, but still, I'm happy with 3 mythics, and I got some other, just commons and uncommons that I was interested in. 2 hollows as well, which were launched the fleet, so hollow rare, and then this crystalline Nautilus as well. So overall, 5 really good cards. I'm happy with that, and yeah, that was my fat pack for Journey into Nyx. I won't be getting a fat pack for the M15 set. I'm definitely going to see what the next trio of sets are about in terms of theme and stuff like that, because the main reason I kind of started buying these Magic the Gathering here for Theros was because I liked the idea that it was basically inspired by Greek mythology and the lore behind it. Even though I do like the game itself and I like the complexity and stuff like that, definitely it'll be the theme of these sets that kind of keeps me going. So if I like it, I will probably get fat packs for each of the trio of sets. If I don't, probably not, though I'll still kind of see what this says about in terms of how good the cards are. But yeah, that's been this video. Probably won't be another Magic the Gathering video for a while, at least until the next sets are announced. So next trading card game video you'll see from me will probably be some form of future card buddy fight opening, or maybe I'll finally get around to doing that Weiss Schwartz Airspeed Plays video, but still got some other stuff to do. Tomorrow my plan is to review the next episode of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The following day my plan is to review the next issue of More Than Meets the Eye, which I believe is issue 29, which will be out on Wednesday, and I'll probably review it then as well. Maybe an Avatar News Update video on Thursday or Friday, and that's the plan. So yep, that has been my Journey into Nyx Fat Pack opening. That was pretty successful. So thanks for watching. I add in a little bit here, showing off the 3 posters up on my wall. But other than that, bye. Okay, so just about to show off this the posters that came with all these fat packs for Magic Gathering. So I'll just take you down my kind of wall of posters. Here's my favorite one, obviously, Aang, because I'm a huge Avatar fan. Just random Pokemon black and white thing. Lithograph, goes back and forth. Black and white Pokedex. And going down the stairs, obviously my room is in the attic. We have the Theros poster with Elspeth on it. After having defeated one of these Hydra things. Born of the Gods poster, as you can see there, is Xenagos revealing himself as a god. And then finally, the new one, obviously for this video, is the Journey into Nyx poster, which is Elspeth fighting Xenagos with a Johnny. And this obviously results in Xenagos' death. And we'll probably catch up with Elspeth in a set somewhere down the line, but either way, I'm happy to have these 3 things here. I really enjoyed the kind of lore, kind of feel of the Theros block. So yeah, bye.